everyone, I'm coming along to a quick tutorial for Yvonne. Yvonne has asked me if I could do a quick tutorial on how I make my Christmas star. You know, the one with the Santa on it. So I thought I'd come along and show you. So what you need is, first thing you need is some sort of star shape. So, and I've got a die here, and what I do is I put it on and draw around it, so which then gives me this. And then you've got to do another one which you leave on there, and then you draw your hinges on there. Now I haven't got long, so what you do is, can you see that? Yeah, and like that I draw my own hinges on it. That's why I'm not cutting it out with the die cut, and I'm not cutting the other one out with the die cut that hasn't got the hinges on it, because it'd be a different size once you've traced round it, wouldn't it? So now I'm doing these hinges on here like this. Just do your own hinges. They don't have to be straight or anything. You know, the only thing that has to be more or less perfect is the star. And then another one on here, another hinge on here and on there, and then you cut it both out. I did that a bit long, don't worry about that one, and you end up with this. So you need one of these and one of these stars. And then what you do is you get your scoreboard, and I'll do it upside down, and you get your one star and you put it, can you see that? I'll have to go further down, won't I? Yeah, and you can see it now. So make sure the point's there and that point equals up with that one, and then you just score it. Let me score it from the top. I'm doing this upside down, and you do that on all points. Just make sure that lines up with that. Like that. Nope, sorry, did the point. It's because I'm upside down. There you go. Just keep scoring these points. Just keep putting your point in there. Now I've drawn a pencil line on there so I can see which one it is, which line I'm using. And that one. And that's all. And then you just sort of reinforce your score lines. Maybe there is an easier way to do this, but this is how I do it. This is how I did the star. And do you know, I looked and I can't find a die anywhere that does this. You know, that does the cutout, and then you put it together. So, and then you do with this one, you do exactly the same. You put your point in the top and that one on the end, and you go like that all the way round. Make sure it lines up. Next point lines up. And if you haven't got a scoreboard, you can either use a ruler and any tool will do for scoring. And then you do your little hinges, and that's why I've got a line there. So you just, can you see that? Yeah, you score your little hinges like that all the way around. Whoops, there we go, on there and on there and that bit and on another bit. And did you know what, I'm sure I had one prepared. Well, probably not. Won't take long. Just score your hinges so that you can, or if you got a cutting board, then you can score on there as well, can't you? You just put it in the groove. Right, there you go, that didn't take long. Reinforce your score lines. Now this is quite thick, this card. If you're doing it with thinner card or even paper, see I've done these with paper. But what you find is because you go over that line so many times when you score it, it starts cracking a bit. Mind you, this is quite thin, you know. So anyway, I do this, and then there you go. That wasn't too long. You then get your other star, put it down, and then you glue them together. Now where's my glue? There it is. Shake it down. Can you still see? There we go. I hope you can see this. There you go. And then what you do is pick it up and you put it, line it up like that, and you put your hinges on there, straighten it up, press it down, and then you press that one in, line it up. I'm just hurrying now, but you can do that neater, and pushing that one in, the hinge, putting some more glue on these. And I like to use glue, then I know it'll stay together. I put glue on all of these, well, most of these. Push it in. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be showing you, but half the time you just push it in, push it on there, push it in and on there. Okay, you get the gist. Pull in. There you go, last one, push it in. There you go, and you press it down. What I normally do is use my unfolder, make sure it's all stuck down, and then when you're sure it's all stuck down, you just press it and it should flip. Honestly, that's not quite dry yet. And if you have got a little bit like over on that, I just trim it. I gotta say, I just trim it. Sorry. Okay, like that, and there you go. There's your star. See, it's not quite glued on there yet. Anyway, here's one I made earlier. Okay, then what you do, you well, what I did, I painted it all with gesso. Okay, and then I got my serviette. Now if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. There's another one in there, another layer. There you go. You need both of them. I can't remember where I got these from. Don't know whether I bought them or somebody sent them to me. Cut them in half. Now you can use the middle, you know, which looks quite nice as well. It's like this one. They're quite nice. Once I Mod Podged them, you know, and because I like the nostalgic look. That was just the paper I got, and I got some more. I don't know where I got that from. Isn't that lovely? Like that. You know, with all the Santas, although he does look a bit scary. I don't do faces normally. Normally I don't do faces. Look, isn't that lovely? So pretty. That's what I did my little gift tags with that. And then what I do is I just scrape it. I don't cut it. Just go like that. You know, just make sure it's big enough to sort of fit on there. Just rip it, because it makes the edges a lot nicer than if you would cut it. You get a harsh line, so you just got to make sure you got a little bit of overlap. Now you can wet this a bit first, which makes the pulling easier, but I'm lazy. Right, then you get your Mod Podge. Right, let me put it that way around. Everything's upside down. And then what I do is I just put it on here first. All of it. Even on the edges a bit. There you go. Put my tree up yesterday, not yesterday, day before. It's lovely. It's quite Christmassy now in my house. There we go. And then what you do is you work out where you want the face, more or less. And then you pat it down. Don't matter if you've got a few like this corner, it's not there, or then you just Mod Podge over it. This is how I do it. Am I in shot? Yes. There we go. And you do the same on the other side. Right, well, you let this dry first. Or you use your heat gun, your heat tool. And then I let it all dry, and then I put that glitter paint on. And then it makes it quite sturdy, I've got to say. There you go. Oops. Whoa, that was close, wasn't it? See what I mean? Just put your Mod Podge on there and it's all covered. And then when it's dry, you just cut off the bits, and then not all of it, because you want the edge a little bit covered. And then you do exactly the same on the other side, and then it turns out like that. And then I put the glitter glue on, and I used a little bit of distressing, which is this one, I keep forgetting, walnut stain. Yeah. Whoops. There you go. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so you do that, you put your hinges on like that. Just draw some hinges on. Now if anybody knows any better way of doing this, or knows a die that does that, it comes out, it might do, it depends, you know, I mean you can do smaller stars. I mean I got where is the, I mean I got this star, and I don't know where I've put the covers for it now. It was just a set of, you know, nesting dies. Yeah, I don't know, can't see it at the moment, there's so much rubbish on here. And there's smaller ones as well, however many you want, whatever size you want. Okay, I hope that, you know, more or less. And then when you push it, it comes up anyway, comes back up. Right, and what I do to put a hanger on, I put a little hole in there. I don't put a hole through it, put a little hole in there. I get a little bit of string, and I break a matchstick in half, tie the string round the matchsticks, push the matchstick in, right, so you know it's quite a bit in, and then when you pull it up, tie it in the middle of whichever bit you've broken up, and then it won't come back out, and then you got it right in the middle there. So yeah, and I would put the I mean I would even put some, which I've done with the last one, put some white paint on, because if you don't, and you've got this brown paper, if you then put your serviette on or something, it won't come out white. It'll come out quite dark, as you can see on here, you know, when it dries. See it? You can still, because it's so thin, you can see through it. So you can always put some white paint on it as well. Okay, now I hope that helped. And how long did that take me? Oh, nearly done. Okay, bye bye.